Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Let's paint a new portrait. I'm gonna show my brushes and the colors. Okay, I'm gonna start using this set of bristle brushes. I got number 6, 4, 3, 4, 3 and number 1. This one, no, 3, 4, 3. The colors I got here are titanium white, cadmium orange, cadmium red, quinacridone rose, raw umber, and ivory black. Okay. Let's start sketching. I'm going to start with just the hair with raw umber. Okay. Not too much paint. I wanna just kind of frame the face just with darker value. Okay, here so I'm gonna just so that be the face. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna paint the shadow, the next the shadow, and then the background. Okay. Hello Chris, hello Clayton, hello Michael, hello Iham, hello Lady, hello RB. Welcome everybody. Okay, hello Christos. I'm gonna mix just raw umber and white, a touch of cadmium red, and a touch of cadmium orange. Okay, this color is gonna be for the shadow. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Jody Williamson. Okay, thank you for becoming a member of my channel. You're gonna get access to some recorded lessons from my Patreon account. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. Hello Nilu, hello KC Oscar, hello Marius, hello Hajat, hello Larry, hello Kirk. Okay. I'm gonna pick up another brush. I'm gonna start just painting. Let's say a little bit of this one value, a little bit of another value and color. For example, I'm gonna mix this the same color. Okay, just raw umber and white with orange and cadmium red. Okay, I'm gonna put paint on the cheeks. The cheek here that's reddish, the eyelids and the chin. Okay, now the nose. I'm gonna draw a little bit of the other eye. Okay. I can see a little bit of the face, you know, I can just do this to check out the alignment between one eye and the other. Okay, the nose, I always check out proportions, remember, just measure. I relied on observation and relied on proportions. Okay, from the eyebrows to the nose, same distance from the nose to the chin. Okay, you're gonna find that usually that's kind of pretty accurate. I mean, not 100% accurate. Obviously, from there we need to move the proportions, But this is a good beginning, and that way we don't guess that much. We're gonna place this and that. You know, we already know. Okay, where to place the nose, the bottom of the nose, the eyes. The same for example, you split this in 3 portions, and you place on top of this line the eyes. If you do that on top of the photograph you measure, you're gonna find that hey, it's pretty close. Okay, for the mouth, you split this in 2, and you see the mouth here. And again, you're gonna see that that's pretty close. Obviously, you're gonna see that maybe you're gonna need to move the mouth up or down. The same for the nose, but that has to do with the likeness. Oh, hello, Nafnit. Yep. What's the background color? I usually tone my canvas down with acrylic. I mix cadmium orange and ultramarine blue with a lot of water. It's pretty transparent. You have helped me so much. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty good. Yeah. Hello, Fanshon. Okay. I got basically just a couple of colors here. Okay. Kind of the same value. When I mean the same values, if I squint down my eyes and see this, it's like I don't see a difference. I see this a little bit lighter, but I mean, let's say that they have the same value because there's not too much difference between one and the other. Okay, I'm gonna pick up another brush. I'm gonna paint the mid-tone here, which I'm gonna do, I'm gonna light up just this color with raw umber. A little bit of red because this portion is a bit reddish. Okay. But the brand that I'm using is Rembrandt. Just the white is just from Winton. This is Winton, and all of them are Rembrandt. All the others are Rembrandt. Okay, a little bit of red, a touch of orange, more white. Painting the cheek and the nose a bit reddish. And the chin. Okay. I knocked down the color again, adding raw umber and white, just to work on the forehead. And, keeping the reddish color here, chin, cheek, and always the eyelids. Okay, hello Bob. Hello Ilian. Hello John. He uses only colors or color with oil? No, just directly from the tube, not medium. Hello Bob. Yeah. But this thing about using any medium is that's optional. Okay, it's not. I mean, it doesn't change anything about the painting process. Obviously, if somebody wants to add a lot of paint, thicker paint, it's obviously better just to start with no medium. But we can start with a lot of medium at the beginning, and then just put more layers on top. Even when we paint a la Prima, just one session. Yeah, I mean, it's not something that we gotta just. I mean, I would say that there's not a specific order. Like obviously, if everything is just like with a lot of thicker paint, you got a lot of thick paint. You're not gonna add some paint with any medium. You gotta continue adding more paint without any medium. When I said that there's no specific order, what I was thinking is that you can start one day a painting with a lot of medium, the other day just with no medium at all. Now the thing is that we gotta get used to that. Sometimes we got used to use a medium, linseed oil for example, and that's pretty good. Okay, you know, I have used linseed oil mixed with tropenoid for years, and that was for me like if I didn't have that, I didn't feel so comfortable to paint. You know, I always had to carry my medium everywhere I go. Nowadays I don't use any medium, and like I said last week, I don't even remember when I stopped using medium. And and it's not like it's the next step on the painting evolution or something like that. No, maybe next month, next year, I'm gonna start using again linseed oil. Who knows? Another reason that why I could use a medium, that would be maybe if the canvas is not good. It's not. I mean, if I see the canvas is sucking too much, I could use medium because that's the only way. That's the only way to move the painting on the canvas. But if somebody just is using or is asking about the medium because you're feeling like it's pretty difficult to move the paint on the canvas, you know, that means that you're not using the medium because of the properties of the medium itself, like linseed oil or anything. It's just because you're not able to move the paint on the canvas. That means that the canvas is not good. You need a new canvas in order to, you know, if the canvas is good, you should be able to move the oil paint easily on the surface. Okay? Now you got that. No, if the question, let's say, if usually when a beginner asks that question, it's because they have experienced some problems with how to move the oil paint on the canvas. And that doesn't have to do anything with just thinning down the oil paint, because to take advantage, let's say, of a transparent pigment or anything like that. For an advanced painter, is more like, hey, I want to just get the most of this transparent pigment. I'm gonna make it even more transparent just by thinning down the paint with any medium, which is different. You know, you see the difference. One thing is about getting the best of a pigment, and the other thing is just trying to move the oil paint on the surface. Remember, we gotta check out always the canvases, because all the problems about painting that people faces are because of the canvases. And I have said this more than once. You know that the first thing that we blame is just the oil paints. It's like, no, I mean, this is not good quality. These oil paints are not for me. I'm gonna buy a different brand. The next step is blaming the brushes. Like, no, I need different brushes. You know, I'm gonna use the same brushes that this guy is using because looks like for him it's kind of easy to move the paint. But all the problems, and I have said that so many times, I repeat, are because of the canvases. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that, but if, let's say, you're gonna save on materials, I could say save on brushes. Okay? You can buy cheaper brushes. save even on oil paints. You shouldn't, but let's say that, but don't save on canvases. Okay, because those are the ones that you wanna just make you feel that they're not so good when in the process of painting. Mixing black and white. Need more raw umber. I got a couple of raw umbers. One is from Rembrandt and the other one is from Winton. Obviously, this is the cheaper one. I'm gonna put it here, just here. Okay, I'm gonna use this for the background, for the darker areas, just to save my expensive oil paint for the face. And this one from Winton is thicker. I don't know if you can see the difference. I mean, it's not so, and it's thicker, and obviously, it's, you know, it's not that transparent like the Rembrandt brand. The Rembrandt is more transparent and a little bit more greenish, which is pretty nice when you want to paint some greenish color, grayish color on the skin, like on this area, which you're not gonna get with this one. Okay, I'm not saying that that's not a nice color. Yeah, it's a nice color anyway, but you're gonna see the difference. That you gotta check out. Okay, you gotta just buy different brands and check out which one is the best. But if you want to get those greenish skin color in the shadows, use the raw umber from Rembrandt. Okay. If you want some grayish color, like a neutral gray, like the one that you have in mind when you're thinking about mixing black and white, and then all of a sudden you mix black and white and you get a bluish gray, you say, oh my god, this is too bluish. Yeah, that happens. But you pick up this raw umber from Winton and you mix it with white, you got a neutral gray. That's pretty nice. You know, for me, for my eyes, this looks, I don't know what you will see on your on the screens, but for me this is a really neutral gray, and I can make it more even a little bit warmer if I just spread it out. I thin out. Why? Because of my canvas obviously is orangey, and that orangey color is going to show through the layer. Okay. You know that you're free to ask me any question. Okay. Now I go back to the raw umber from Rembrandt. Look at that. If I mix this raw umber just with white, I'm gonna get a nice color for the skin here, for the shadows. Okay, just respect the reddish colors on the skin. Okay, we cannot place this color everywhere, but this works pretty good for the shadows. These greenish shadows on the classical portraits. And if you don't like it, you can add a touch of orange and cadmium red to make it a little bit warmer. But you gotta check out, you know, it depends on how dark is the portrait, how light, what you're planning to do. Okay, maybe you want a more colorful skin color. In that case, I wouldn't use this raw umber with white. I could add more orange and red, or maybe we want someday a really grayish skin color, yeah, with some really pinky reddish accents on the nose, cheeks, cheeks, chin, and yeah, I have seen so many portraits, so many ways to paint the skin color. And I think it's just up to anyone what you want to do. I'm not speaking about what we see on the picture, okay? It's what we want to do. One thing is what we see on the picture, and one thing is, you know, what we want on our painting. maybe what we want on the painting is based on just an accident, because we painting and we got a color that we didn't expect to get, but it looks pretty nice, and we use it and we keep using that color. Or maybe just because we got a lot of experience and we already know what happens when we use one different pigment one day and another pigment another day, and we know what we're gonna get in terms of the skin color, in terms of making the skin color grayish or more saturated. Like I said before, sub 21. It's the same for the brushes. I'm using this bristle brushes because I want to, lay down more paint, thicker paint on my canvas. But it doesn't mean that that I'm not gonna be able to blend it. Yeah, we can just, if we pick up a softer brush, we're gonna be able to blend it even if we have a lot of paint on the canvas. Hello Iralo, hello Gary, hello Ben Store, hello Mr. Serge, hello Senin, hello Nolan. What time is it there for you? Trying not to be late this evening. Oh, here is 2:38. Oh my god, I made a mistake. I gotta put I made a mistake on Patreon. Yeah. Pretty sure I put it Central Time. No, I'm gonna change it now. I'm gonna just on Patreon. I'm gonna put Peru time from until I got, because I got confused with this. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Nolan. Okay, I got this. I already have a color for the shadow. You see this grayish color. Okay, remember you got a color like this when you mix raw umber, white. You can add a touch of cadmium orange and a touch of cadmium red, but you gotta use this raw umber from Rembrandt. Okay, if you use the raw umber from Winton, that's the only two I have here. Okay, I have raw umber from Lucas. I don't know where's the tube. I would like to try it, but at least you got information on those two brands. Okay. Now, obviously, to change it on some areas to make it more a bit warmer, and you control that. This is, if we add a little bit of alizarin crimson with white, we keep this area kind of reddish, but it's not gonna be like an orangey. It's gonna be more like a pinkish color. Not pinky by being light, but kind of a different reddish. It changed a different way the temperature. It's still warm, but it's not kind of orangey. Now, do you like this more, or do you like it to add more orangey color? Again, it's up 21. Now, speaking about things that are not on the photograph, okay, maybe on the photograph we just see one color on the skin, but we know when we study anatomy that on the skin color that there are areas where any face has more blood. But we can see that easily when we see somebody just crying and we see the reddish colors on the skin. Okay. Senin say, where are you from? I'm from Peru, South America. Naf Nidhi saying, can I use oil color brushes for acrylic painting as well? Yeah. I mean, the same brand, but I could tell you just keep kind of a set for oil, a set for acrylic. Because, cleaning the brushes for using for one and the other, yeah. I mean, that would be too much work, but that's my opinion. Okay. Now, I got this, of course I got, let's say I map out the face in terms of values, light, shadow, in terms of color. Okay? Reddish, a bit reddish on the chin. And the colors that I know that exist on any face, not on the colors I see on the photograph. On the photographs I see everything is more mute. Obviously, if you don't like this, we can just pick up raw umber, white. We try to find the right value and we paint on top, and we knock down the color. Okay? And if you still think that no, I don't like it, just more paint. When we paint, we add more paint on top. But if somebody says on a stage that you've got the feeling that hey, it's too much paint, I'm not able to control it, we can just wipe it off. Okay? Or if just a rag or paper towel or palette knife, anything. Okay, let me check out. I'm gonna step back. I like it. Yeah. Now, one thing I like this, not in terms that what I see on the photograph, in terms of what I have here on my painting. Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna try to copy the likeness as much as possible. Let's see if I get it or not. Hello, Exploring History. Hello, KC Oscar is saying, yesterday I found your YouTube randomly. Okay, thank you so much. Senini said, don't have actual paint and canvas for now, but I will try painting digitally first. Oh yeah. Oh, Nip is saying same brushes. Yeah, what happens? Somebody asked me once that he was able to use the same brushes for oil paint and then acrylics, just cleaning the brushes, cleaning out the brushes for oil and using the same brushes. And I said no, I mean it's better you separate one set, the same brushes, but you got two sets, one set for oil paints and one set for acrylics. That's what I meant. I'm going to pick up another brush here. Okay, this one. I'm gonna mix raw umber, a touch of black, a touch of kind of green rose. Okay, I'm gonna use this as a pencil, not too much paint. I'm gonna draw just a little bit, and when I draw, okay, I just try to draw a little bit, let's say here on one eye. There's not too much detail, and then I move to the other eye. Okay, then I can move to the nose, but I would add a little bit of more coming red. Okay, here's the nose. Now when I'm laying down one mark here, like this one and this one, I'm thinking about the alignment with the eye. Teardog, for example, with this, to the left, to the right. Imagine that you gotta check out always left, right. This is a map, and we always check out this again and again. Okay, I squinting down my eyes to compare. Looks like everything is okay. Now for the mouth, not too much paint. Okay, I check out again. This side of the mouth is aligned up with what? Pupil, with the iris, and the same for this area. Tear duct and corner of the mouth. The space between the eyes. Do you think I could fit one eye between the eyes? That's usually the measure, between the eyes, the distance between the eyes. Okay, I got that. Step back, I compare, squint down my eyes. Okay, I know that's not too much, but that's better now. I got more information on the face, I got more details, and I still squinting down my eyes a lot in order to compare, because I cannot compare this that is not completely done with the photograph that it has a lot of details. Again, okay, eyebrow. Okay, one eye. The other eye. Okay. Yeah. About the width of the face, I'm gonna narrow the face on this side. Not yet. I'm gonna narrow the face here. I just don't know how much, but definitely I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna wait just a little bit. Okay. Now let's check out some shadows. I'm gonna use the same color. I can see that it's a darker value here. Okay. And obviously I see a darker value here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to blend a little bit. No. First, I'm gonna add more light to the face. I think I got too much. I think that the shadow is just too light. I can make the shadow a little bit darker. Yeah, but no, not yet. I'm gonna keep it just like that yet. And add more light here, okay? Okay. Okay. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, Sharon. Is saying in between, please zoom the picture. Okay. Casey Oscar saying not good with mixing colors. Any advice, sir? Oh, yes. I'm just painting. That's the only way to. There are a lot of things that there is not nothing to say. It's just getting experience, and we got experience just by practicing. Hello, Richard, on Facebook. Hello, Tarak. Hello, Anna. Okay, I'm gonna check out my messenger. Hello, George. Hello, Miriam. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Chris. Rahu. Rahu saying hi from London. Richard from Switzerland. Wow, pretty good. Hello, Nina. Hello, Guillermo. Okay. Yeah, practice is the thing that is kind of easy to say. You mix black and something like yellow and blue, and you got green. Yeah? It's kind of, we can even see the colors on our mind. Now, when we paint, it's not as simple because the green is not alone on the canvas. In interacting with more color, with more values, and then we gotta just pay attention to more things. And on top of that, we're starting to discover that we got different greens if we use a different blue, if we use a different yellow, and we got more and more options. Like we see that we got different green when we use cobalt blue, when we use cerulean blue, when we use ultramarine blue, phthalo blue, Prussian blue. Maybe we don't need that much, okay? Maybe, but it depends what you paint. If somebody paints landscape, pretty sure, I could use maybe more colors. Okay, but it depends. Everything has to do with experience. Everything has to do with what you want. Because sometimes we can get a nice painting just with primary colors, which are gonna be yellow, red, and blue. Let me see if this. I think this is too light. Let's see more comments. Let's read. Oh my god, Mr. Search, sorry, I cannot read, I can understand French. But I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna read the comment, I'm gonna translate the comment after I finish up the live stream. I'm gonna try to keep, I'm gonna just see what it is, what's the question, and answer you next week. Hello, Paula. Hello, Mary. Okay. Okay, there's a color that I use a lot, that I love, is chrome green. There's my chrome green here. Oh, I need more white. Now here we gotta decide about the light on the face. We make it a bit warmer, a bit cooler. One thing that happens about the light, if you wanna make the light on the face glow, you know, it's gonna glow more always with a touch of yellow. A warmer color is gonna glow more than a cool color. Okay, on top of that, it depends on contrast, how much contrast you're planning to do, because if I just, let's say, make the background black, you know, dark, really dark, definitely it's gonna make the light on the face glow a bit more. If I just imagine that I don't paint the hair here, I just paint the background the same value as this, different color, same value, you're not gonna see contrast there. Okay, that's up 21, how much contrast we want on the painting. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna blend a little bit. Oh, hello Chris. Toffrey saying, is transparent yellow better than opaque yellow? Or better, like it depends, you know. For example, let's say that I do this here. This is transparent. Opaque, transparent. Okay, it's just see the light, you know. Obviously, this glows a bit more. Why? Because transparent. It's just because of that. Transparency is that. Hola, Marita. Hola, Mario. Now, when you're gonna use that? Where you're gonna use that? Okay. Now, unless you're planning to paint something yellow and take advantage of the pigment, but as soon as you will mix the colors, yeah, some of them are gonna lose the transparency. Some of them are gonna keep them. It depends on what you paint. Okay, more we add more white, it's more transparent. It's less transparent the paint. Now I want this. I love it. It's beautiful, you know. I love it, but I need that on the painting. Okay, what do you think? I don't know. I think that for me now, what I need more is maybe to have a sharp edge here. Okay, to make the face pop, than the transparency there. Okay, and that happens usually everywhere. You're gonna, I mean, I'm pretty sure you all have heard that we gotta keep the transparency on shadows, and the lights are big. Transparency on the shadow, that means using something like this. Okay, that would be pretty nice to keep on the face. Yeah. But that works for some paintings, and no for. I mean, all the things that we hear, they don't work for all the paintings. Okay, we can make them work for all the paintings. Yeah, we can. But that means just changing more what we paint from what we see on the picture. I'm blending a little bit. Okay. I want to add more color to the nose. The same way I'm going to add more color to the lips. This is just black. We mix black and white. We got a bluish gray, and that could work pretty good for the white of the eyes. Obviously, it's not just that color. Okay, the painting is wet here. I already got a warmer color here. That means that this gray, black and white, is getting mixed as soon as I lay down the paint on the face, and the result is not a pure, let's say, or more intense bluish gray. It's something in between what the color that was here with the grayish, the bluish grayish color. Okay, I'm going to sharpen this edge a bit more. Okay, now this is black, and kind of create on rows. Sharp edge again here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna switch to a different brush. Mm, okay. Okay, and I'm going to. I'm thinking right now about edges. Okay, I got softness on the face. I got light and shadow. I got a little bit of color. Okay, I can keep this sharp. Okay, there. And here, I don't see this like as a sharp edge. There. And I soften this. Okay. Now, more kind of green on rose here. Let's see, on the mouth. I'm going to, oh, she has, I can see a little bit of teeth. Uh, so difficult. I'm gonna just make the mouth closed, okay? A little bit of light there. Shadow, sorry. Right here. Just there, okay? I'm gonna soften here. I'm gonna soften here. Okay. Okay. Let me think. A little bit of camel red. Now the corner. Okay. I'm gonna read the comments. Hello, Shock. Casey Oscars and Mr. H was saying in French, I would like to know, please, if there are any who speak French. If so, paint as Renzo explains. And did you get there? I think. Okay, thank you in advance. Okay. Oh, Crystal is saying, I want to ask you if you don't want finished the portrait today, want to finish next week. Can you do that, or you must finish today? And what colors can you use? Oh, yeah, try to finish up just today. Like that's what I do in every session. Yeah. I could oh, yeah, I could just let it dry and continue next week. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I just kind of love to, do the best I can on each session, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I usually don't touch the paintings after I finish up the process. Let the painting dry. I think I did a couple of paintings just the way that you're suggesting. They are there on the channel. I think it was like a year ago, maybe a couple of years ago. I remember there was a painted. Oh, I don't remember. I think I'm misconfusing those a couple of portraits. Maybe I'm misconfusing a painting that I painted on Patreon. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I'm gonna keep this sharp edge here. This portion, I think, makes more clear the separation between the nose, the bridge of the nose, and the eye. I'm sharing just a thought. Okay, I don't know for sure if I'm gonna keep it. I gotta see if that works during the whole process. Now I like it. You know, speaking about this here, but maybe to keep that, I'm gonna need to maybe add another sharp edge. Let's see here, for example. Okay, let's do it here. Okay, I don't see this on the photograph, but I'm just trying to separate the nose from the cheek. Okay. And it's not working. Okay, maybe I can just here like this. I see a little bit of the mid-tone here that shows pretty clear the contour of the nose. Okay, hello Nikki. Thank you. Okay. Hello Marina. Crystal saying when the colors dry, you can work again. You cannot work again. Yeah, no, yeah, you can let the painting dry and work on top. Yeah, always, always. On oil paint, you can add a lot of layers. Hello Mohammed. Hello Tina. Yeah, a lot of layers. Let it dry and put more paint on top, and more and more and more. It's just like there is no limit. There's no. It's just when you see your painting and you say, "Hey, I'm done." You're done. Mm. No, La Prima is for practicing. Is, let's say, when it's about learning, I think it's pretty good to learn faster. But that's what I think. I mean, not, maybe you're gonna find different opinions. Okay, now we get the best on each painting when we continue working on each painting for more and more days, adjusting, drawing values, edges. Yeah. Definitely, this is basically just. I try to get the best. Maybe if I put more time, more sessions, pretty sure the painting could be better. Definitely, yeah. That happens with everything. We put more time, we got better results. For me, I enjoy this process. I enjoy the challenge of trying to finish up as much as possible of a portrait every time that I'm here on YouTube and every time that I'm just on a class on Patreon. I think each person kind of put it to yourself your own challenges. Yeah. Okay. It's too dark. Okay. Now I'm thinking about edges. Okay, like I started doing here. Trying to balance out soft and sharp edges. Here, for example, I can try to paint a sharp edge here. Okay, and a highlight. Okay, one thing. Okay. Okay, now here. Okay, squinting, checking. You know, I could try to keep what I got here on this eye, on the eye on the right, just like that. I'm gonna zoom in. Okay. Now you see that everything is kind of blurry. Okay, I got just this sharp edge here. I can make it even sharper. Okay. Now the beauty of this thing about controlling the edges that I can get away with an eye, of the illusion of an eye from a distance, just with that sharp edge. I mean, that's not going to be enough, you know, but we have seen this a lot of times on museums, how masters just trying to, you know, how they get away with the illusion of an eye with not too much detail. I have seen that on Rembrandt's paintings, where I see one eye, when I get closer, it's just a couple of brush strokes, an insinuation of an eye. The same for Sargent paintings. Okay, now it's up 21. How much detail you add? Sometimes a lot of detail is not enough. Sometimes, okay. Okay, I'm gonna pick up pure black. I'm gonna paint the pupil a little bit up there, just there. Okay, the same here. Okay, I'm gonna mix this white, this black with quinacridone rose. Sorry if I sometimes I misconfuse the colors and the names. You know, it's just I'm thinking about the painting, thinking about the process, trying to capture that and speaking at the same time. Sometimes I just there is some kind of disconnection between my mouth, my brain. Okay. Now, if you see me that adding black and saying that I adding white, you know that, you know, my brain is just here with my hand and not my mouth. Okay. Now things that I gotta see if I keep. Okay, that I mentioned before. This sharp edge here, which I said at the very beginning, as soon as I lay down the brush stroke, I thought, oh, this is pretty good because I see kind of a separation between, you know, the nose, the bridge of the nose, and the eye. And I thought that was pretty good to make the nose pop. What I did next is I did the same here. Okay. Now, I should keep it. I still gotta work on the width of the face. You know, I was planning to narrow the face because I think, but I'm just waiting to compare more and more and more. Okay, about the mouth, it's the same that I did on the eyes. I could do that on the mouth. Okay, like for example here, I can just kind of destroy the mouth on this area, and here too, to the point that I don't see any edge here. Okay, I don't see an edge, but I can see just the highlight, and obviously nobody's gonna say that it's not a mouth. Okay, I'm gonna mix black and white, a lot of white, just a touch of black, to lay down some highlights on the lip. I mean, this when you mix black and white, you get like a light blue, a grayish light blue, and it could work pretty good as highlights on warmer areas. Why? Because there is a lot of contrast. Okay. Look at that. This is just black and white. I can put it on the nose. It's gonna work as a highlight. It's a lot of white. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's think. Okay, let's think. I'm just thinking right now on squinting, comparing, seeing like if one thing that I see on the photograph, if you squint on your eyes, the mouth is pretty dark here. Okay. Now, I obviously am copying the photograph, but there are some things that maybe I don't want to copy from the photograph. Things that are just going to create more transparency in my painting, and not having these darker shadows on the mouth like the photograph, I think adds some transparency to the face. Okay. In the same way, not having a lot of details add softness to my portrait. And you gotta think, you add a lot of details, you keep softness, or try to balance things out between softness and details. Oh, thank you, Bob. Bob Drinkwater, for the coffee. I got a coffee from Bob. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, we all love details. We want to see details because we think that's the best thing that we can do. That's how we're gonna, make this painting look alive. And sometimes it's not that. Now I say that's not the same for every case. Everybody has to kind of find the right balance. Okay, and it's not like that's the goal for every painting. Every painting is different. On some subjects, we're gonna love just paint a lot of details. From some subjects, we're gonna love just getting everything pretty soft, which adds some kind of different atmosphere. Okay, when you try to keep something pretty soft, in my case, you gotta just keep at the same time some really sharp edges, even maybe even sharper than what you do on a regular painting. Why? Because that adds contrast. Okay, like this, for example, this is really sharp. Okay, now it's not like I'm just planning to make all the edge sharp. I can just soften here a little bit. Okay, that add contrast. How? Sharp, soft. Okay. Okay. We could continue doing that even on the background. Okay, I can just do this here. Look at that, sharp, sharp, soft. But here's the sharpness on the eye. If you think that works on your painting, you can keep it. It's up to anyone. It's up to anyone. You know, this balance is pretty tricky, pretty difficult to control. We don't want to end up with a lot of sharp edges because that would kill the paint. Okay, if you got a doubt between soft and sharp edges, and I would say make everything soft, lost. It's gonna look beautiful, but the painting with sharp edges everywhere, it's not gonna look nice. It's not gonna look. It's, you know, no way. We don't want that. Better to end up with a painting that looks kind of blurry than with a painting that it has a lot of definition everywhere. Okay, now that's the goal. On the process of painting, the first step we take about representing what we see is just trying to copy every detail. And that's good because we're training our eyes to copy. That's what we do. Okay, at some point we start making just these little changes to get something different, to get maybe a new interpretation, to add some softness, anything. And I don't, yeah. Who knows what, more and more things. Okay. Okay, now I know well, maybe what I'm saying is pretty tricky, and I know that because I got the same advice when I was a student, like one of my teachers telling me, hey, you don't need a lot of details like to represent everything. And I was like, no way, I want to see everything. I want to paint every tiny little thing that I see on the face. And the result, when I step back, that was I got a lot of sharp edges everywhere. Okay. On every video for the last couple of years, I speak always about edges. We cannot say that enough because there's something that's pretty tricky, pretty difficult. It takes some time to control, the same way that it takes some time to control to master drawing. And when you start to master drawing, then drawing and values, and then the values, edges. Okay, that's the usual process. Okay, another thing I could do, sharpen here this edge a little bit too, a little bit of red, and a little bit of light here. Let's see. Again, this is something that I don't see on the photograph. I'm doing this just to separate the nose from the face. Okay, now do you think that's working? All the things that you see here, you see me doing here, you can just apply to your painting. Yeah. See you later, alligator. Okay. Bye, Mary. Oh. eh, Okay. I don't know how to say bye. Mary and Nikki. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Nip. I'm gonna see some questions. Oh, thank you, Mookie. Thank you, Ludmila. Dahem is saying, bro, you are best. This nature dinosaur. Thank you, Jay Lee, Leafiki. Thank you, Aaron. Okay. Oh, bye, Stevlana. Bye. Mm, just thinking about. Okay, I gotta do the same that what I did with one eye to the other eye. Because it looks like uh, one eye is coming forward and the other not. Contrast and a sharp edge, and it pops. I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. A little bit of that. I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight. Not as bright as this highlight. Reflected light on the iris. I don't see a reflected light on this iris, but I'm gonna just paint it. Okay. Now pure black here, okay? Just there. Okay, don't paint with black all the way to the turdock. Here's different. Okay, you can paint with pure black just here where you see the eyelashes. Just there, maybe a couple of eyelashes. Okay. Okay. A little bit of green. Okay. Okay, let's see on the shadow. Oh, too much orange, too much orange. I'm gonna read the comments in a second. I'm just trying to get the volume there because I've got the feeling that's too flat and I need some lights. I'm painting and keeping squinting down my eyes just to see that this shadow is not getting too light. And if it does, I'm gonna just need to paint again. Okay, as it gets closer to the mandible, you see I add more raw umber because I want to knock down the reddish color or warmer color on this paint. And even I could add a touch of black and paint the contour of the face here. Okay, now I'm gonna blend a little bit. Okay, I make this soft. I can make this a bit sharp. Soft, sharp, soft. Okay, sharp again, and that's basically how we create balance between edges. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of black and white. That makes just gray. Okay, don't forget that basically I'm mixing the colors here on the palette. Okay. Okay, let's see from a distance. Okay, I like it, I like it. I want to narrow her face a bit more. Oh, exploring history, saying how you develop so many techniques for a portrait painting. Sometimes you use bristle brush, sometimes fan brush, sometimes others. Can you explain? Uh, oh, yeah. Okay. It's not. Mm, okay, okay. Let me think about how to explain this because it's not about the brush or the material I use or a different tool. Is just about always respecting values, ages, the drawing obviously on the first stage. Yes, always about that. A tool is just a way to apply the color. It could be acrylic, it could be you know any other. Okay, it's just like it does. That doesn't change that much the painting. Sorry, 1 second. I need to pay attention to this. I'm trying to speak, explain, and at the same time. Just 1 second. Okay. Okay, what I'm trying to say, it doesn't matter what you use. And my mindset is not about what I use. Obviously, I got different effects when I use different brushes. Okay, but the thing is that it's never about the brushes. It's always about values, about drawing. First drawing, then values. Are we checking the values? Are we checking the value scale? Are we checking the light? It looks like obviously light and the shadow the same. And I'm going over the same process of checking values again and again all the time and keep adjusting the values, like I'm doing right now. I'm making this darker. Okay, the more I see, the more I am into the process, like an hour, 2 hours, the more I'm able to see the difference between values and make corrections, like what I'm doing just right now here, making this darker and here a little bit darker too. Okay, now I could add a bristle brush, a fan brush, or anything. Uh, the application of the value, the color, it doesn't have to do with the tool. Okay. If I don't get the value, it doesn't matter what tool I'm using. I'm not gonna see volume. They say that this. Imagine that this painting is just really painterly, like with loose brush strokes, a lot of them. Anyway, it doesn't matter that it was that bold in terms of brush strokes, that crazy. If I don't respect the same principles that I do here about ages, about drawing, about values, I don't think I could see something that I like on the painting. It's just obviously we got used to the materials. We get comfortable using maybe bristle brushes or soft, saber brushes. That's just that's a matter of taste, what you like. If you like to paint and smooth out the surface a lot, you're not gonna pick up bristle brushes because that would be pretty difficult to get that effect with bristle brushes. And basically that. Conclusion: I don't pay attention that much to the brushes I use, and I just try to get the same. It doesn't matter the material or the tools. Always trying to get the same. Okay, one thing that I see here, for example, speaking about what we see on the photograph, and I think it's pretty nice to make the face pop, is the background here, this portion here. And for that, I could just sharpen an edge here, around here. And soften this. Okay. A bit sharper. The same here, for example, that's darker. I can just make it sharp. Okay. I'm gonna narrow the face almost nothing, but a little bit here. And I think I gotta do the same here. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think I can make this edge a little bit sharper. We cannot make the hair really sharp. If we do this, it has to be sharp. You gotta make it sharper, lost, sharp, lost. In that way, we keep the softness. We keep the soft edge. If we make all this edge sharp, then we add some hardness. We make it hardness to the face, to the frame of the face. Now here is the thing that we all have to learn to control how much detail, because here I can just start adding more and more detail. I see that's pretty dark. Check out the photograph. This is almost black. No, I'm choosing not to make it that dark. Okay, now all the decisions that you take on the painting are based on the whole painting. It's not just that eye that you think, I'm not gonna make that eye darker because I wanna keep softness, and then you make the other eye just pretty sharp. No, it's the balance between one and the other. And the nose, okay, and the mouth, all of them, all the features of the face are working together, okay? See from the distance again. Yeah, you know what? I think I gotta darken up here. I can see too much light there. And I gotta work on the shape that I see here on the mouth. And I gotta narrow her face a little bit, eh? How much? That's tricky. That's tricky how much. Nicky saying, I bet Lorenzo could paint with a hairbrush. He didn't have anything else. Oh, thank you. Uh, Richard Sikora, thank you. Richard Sikora is saying, now I understand the difference from copy and interpretation. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta say that sometimes I wanna copy something exactly. Sometimes I want interpretation. It's not the same for every painting. And squinting down my eyes, stepping back, just I see that something is not okay, and I think it has to do with the width of the face. Something that we tend to do. We all do that. Okay, is just making any face that we paint a bit wider. Okay, any face. Double check on that because it's just like I don't know why we tend to do that, and it's just our brain saying like this has to do it this way. It's the same way we try to make an interpretation when we tried it about ages. You know what ages are so difficult? Obviously because we don't see these things that I'm explaining about softening here. Look at how lost is this area, sharpening that edge, and we don't see that sharp, and I'm making that sharp, and I'm softening here, and we see a detail here and just making that blurry. It's kind of when we work with edges, it kind of, we destroy, a lot of things on the face, a lot of details, we don't see them anymore in order to get the contrast between soft edges and sharp edges and make that help us with volume. I'm trying to narrow the face just slowly. It's pretty scary, this. Okay. Now, going up, speaking about this thing, that the things that we see and we don't see, I want to complete that idea because I remember when I was a student and I wasn't able to control this thing about edges. And that's a challenge on every painting. I'm not gonna say that I'm fully control this thing about edges. Sometimes I got this effect in one painting, I don't got it on the next painting. But that's okay. But the thing is that in order to work with edges, it's just like we gotta ignore what we see and just think about how the edges are gonna make things recede, and how a sharp edge is gonna make things pop forward. We know that in theory. The thing is applying that. Okay, I think that's better. I narrow the face. I think it looks better. Maybe I'm gonna need to narrow that a little bit more. Anyway, the shadow here, it doesn't look natural. Okay, don't forget, please, you like my painting, press the like button. Wolf Pack Studios, you say, are you gonna open the mouth or leave it? I'm gonna just leave it like that, with the mouth closed. Yeah, just that. Two cities saying jaw line off. Okay, I'm gonna check out. Let's check out the jaw line. Yeah, it's a little bit off. Maybe a lot. Okay, let's see, let's read more comments. Okay, exploring history, I will try to do it. My bee would draw saying everything is beautiful on her face, but the lips are a little bit different. Where's your coffee link today? Oh, the coffee link is on the description box. We're gonna put it here. Since looks like some people is willing to send me some coffee. Just wait for me, please, to find the link. Okay, here's the coffee link. Oh, and the link for Patreon. I forgot the link for Patreon. No link for Patreon. No, maybe I shouldn't place too many links, eh? Okay, you know, okay, okay. What do you think? I should narrow her face a bit more on both sides. On the right, on the left. Or maybe it's just the shadow. Should I open the mouth for the likeness? Okay. I think I got the nose. I'm gonna soften it here. Oh, so difficult. Okay. I want to keep this area lost. Okay. Okay. What about this brush stroke? What do you think about that one? The green brush stroke. Hmm? Okay, let's see the comments. Hello, Monique. Okay, Nikki. Bye. Thank you for being here. Okay. 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 Hello, just okay, sure. Thank you. Need. Oh no, no. This is white pencil. No, I'm using just maybe this one. Just a brush. A liner brush. Hello, Maggie. Okay. I think I made her face a bit more rounded. Uh, Maybe it has to do with the volume. I mean, with volume, I mean adding more light here, maybe more light here. It looks like the face looks rounded in the smaller areas, not like wider. And even maybe wider. No, I've been narrowing the face here. I did it 3 times. I don't know if by doing more of that, I'm gonna fix it. Maybe just drag it up here a bit. No, I got the feeling that the face on the photograph is it's like she's more like kind of skinny on the photograph, let's say, and on my painting, it's not like the face is wider. It's just like inside this space, everything is just more. I don't know which word to use, but it looks every portion it looks a bit rounded, and I think that's affecting how the face looks. Okay, let's see. But that's what I got today. Okay, I'm about to wrap it up. We're just adding pure black, okay, to the edge, just a little bit. Okay, maybe some pure black here. Let's see. Okay, I like it, yeah. I'm mixing black with Kinocridon rose. The same here. Okay, I think just added an accent here, an accent here, here too, on the edge. Here too, and I think just that. Huh? Yeah, maybe a little bit to the background here. Okay, I think that's it for today. I tried to control this thing about ages as much as possible, but I still got the feeling that, you know, I wasn't enough. Anyway, okay, okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I hope you like it. I hope you have learned something from this demo. And obviously, just hope you all be able to use a little bit of these things that about ages and color. Okay. The highlight is a little bit up. there. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, and see you all next week. Okay, bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. And don't forget to press the like button before you go. Yeah. Hello, Jonas. Thank you. See you all next week. Okay. Bye bye. Okay. Bye.